Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to continue with our Lamborghini Miura build. So we are going to do stage 76 of pack 10, and while there's a lot to do in this stage, I've got to admit I've looked at it and thought, oh dear, yes. We are going to be putting a few of the bits together, and we have got the main circuit board to put in this stage as well. So this is going to be rather interesting on how this goes on. I'm looking forward to it because it's it's a bit about time that we started putting some of these larger bits that we've been storing together. But yeah, hopefully nothing too difficult to happen in this stage. Touch wood. But enough for me rabbiting on. Let's get on with today's stage. So with all that said, let's get modelling. Okay guys, so stage 76, we're fitting the dashboard and the front frame into the body and installing the circuit board, which we did get in this stage. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, I'm just going to bring my builder's cushion across because we're going to need it. We need this piece here that we've did a while ago. And it's just asking us to note these 2 points, this one here and this one here. And then if we bring across our dashboard, then it's asking us to locate this point here and this point here. Now, I presume they're the points that we're going to be putting in. So we're actually going to put in this dashboard. So let's see how this goes. So I'm just keeping an eye on all the wires, making sure they don't get trapped. They shouldn't do. So put that into place. Line up them screws. Okay. Right, so that's more or less in place. We need to screw that down with 2 type A screws. Now, I believe we are going into metal, so I'm going to dip in a bit of 3-in-1 oil. Actually, looking at the screws, we are going into metal. So, 1 down here. I'm just moving it in a place where I can just get that screw in nice and tight. Okay, that's 1 in, and we'll get the other in as well. And it's just a little bit off the hole. I know it's hard to see. If I go to the overhead camera, you might see a bit more. Still not going in. It's just lining it up. I can see the screw. It's just getting it lined up with the hole. That's lined it up, so we'll screw that in. Okay, and that is our dashboard fitted. Okay, so next what we're going to be doing is we are going to be installing the circuit board. So if I just move that across, and I'll go back to the build camera. We need this again, because we're going to flip this over, and as you can see just down in there, that is where our circuit board is going to go. Here is the circuit board. Now we need to take these caps off. I think this was a very good idea. Okay, just back in 2 secs, guys.
A few moments later.
Okay, so sorry about that. Right, so we're just going to install this circuit board now. It's going to go in just like that. To sort of orientate this, down this side here we should have 1, 2, 3 and 4, and towards this end here should be terminals 5, 6, 7 and 8. That's how we are going to identify this. Okay, so that's in place. Just move them pipes out of the way. And we need to secure that in place with 4 type B screws. Now these are not going into metal, so we don't need any oil for this. Now I never ever put these circuit boards in tight. The reason for that is they can easily break. So just nice and lightly in, that's all you need to do. So third one going in here. Perfect. And then the last one. Oops. Okay, so that's now in place. So the next thing it's asking us to do, it wants us to identify these 2 points here, and I believe these 2 points here. Okay. And then if we bring our other bit across, so this that we just worked on, it's asking us to identify these bits here. So one here, one here. And these points, one here and one there. Okay, because now we're going to actually attach this. So I'm going to go to the overhead camera for this one. I'm just making sure none of these wires are going to be in my way as I'm doing this. I'm just going to try and tuck them down in there. Okay, so if we bring our front across, we're going to try and install this. So just nice and gently easing this into place. Don't force it. Right, so on here one side's wanting to go in, but the other side just keeps on moving out. So let's try this on this end. Okay, that is in place. Right, so now that's in place, we need to screw this down. Okay, this could be a little bit. So we've got that in place. So I'm just going to read the instructions for this. Fit the front assembly into the body as shown. It may be necessary to widen the body in order to fit the frame. Be careful not to apply too much force on any of the plastic areas of the model. You may wish to file back black paint from the facades faces of the side connections. Right, so we've done that. That's fine. Make sure the holes in the base of the door hinge housings arrow line up with the sides of the components, which they do. Also check the front frame assembly is pre-seated by checking the alignment of the edge of the body as shown by the dashed line. Once you're ensured that the assembly of the chassis is positioned correctly, you can fix everything together with 4 type A screws. Start inserting the first one in the slots on the driver's side located next to the dashboard fixing point. So it's asking for one just down into there. So just down into there. Wasn't lined up, I don't think. I can't feel that grabbing hold of anything. It was just a little bit off. Okay, see if that works now. Yeah. I'm going to try PH1 on this one just to see if it gives me a little bit more torque on it, which it has done. Okay, so that one's in. And then I presume we do the other side with a type A, which we do. So this is the passenger side now I'm doing. Okay, so that's in place. The next one is going to be just down here. Another type A. Oh, that's gone in lovely. Lovely connection there on that one. Okay, so that's another type A in there. We need another type A just in here. Okay, so them two are in place. Right, so we need to turn this on its head now, because this is why I've got this Patchwork Upgrades mat down, because we're going to be connecting up the steering linkage. Now this bit I am really not looking forward to. So it says now take the steering linkage and a type Q screw. So that's the steering linkage and a type Q screw. Okay, got that on my screwdriver. And then it says check the front wheel hubs are parallel to the direction, which they are, and the steering wheel is in the neutral position, which it is. The ends of the steering columns should look like those in the image. Connect the two steering columns together by pressing the pin of one in the hole of the other. Right. So this is where you know if you're going wrong or not. Hopefully not. Right, so it's got a very, well, it's got 2 pins actually. And 1 pin's got to go in the steering linkage. Wow, this is gonna be very, very fiddly. Get in. I mean, it's doable. It's just lining up the two pieces. Right, I think I'm going to have a look at this off camera, guys, so I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, guys, I'm back. So I've got that in. That was not easy. As you can see, that's in. Right, so the next thing we need to do is we've got this piece here. This is going to be placed over the other pin that's now facing upwards. And then this is going to be screwed in with that type Q screw. And that should secure it all together. That's the hope anyway. Okay, so that screw's gone in better than what I thought it would do. Okay, so that's the type Q screw in. Right, so the main thing now is, does our steering turn? It does, but it's just not very prominent because it keeps slipping. But I'll deal with that after. But that is this stage complete, guys. So that is stage 76 done. Well, guys, that is the end of stage 76 of the Lamborghini Miura. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that was a bit of a tough issue, making sure everything is lined up and putting things together. It's nice that we're putting all these bits together. I've got to admit, it is absolutely fantastic now that we're getting to that stage, because like all these part works, you do parts and you put them in storage, you don't see them again for quite a long time, and then you have to get them out and then you put them all together. It sometimes can be a pain, especially with storage if you're limited with space, but I'm really happy how that went. That went a lot better than I thought it would do, and it is looking better. When we start putting the rear on, I have no idea. And I think we do put the interior in later on in this pack, but just see what happens. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please could you give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified of any future videos. But after always, stay safe and bye for now.